guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a wonderful day. In today's video, we are going to be doing book chat number 3 for the selection. This will be the last book chat for this book, and we're going to be going through chapters 11 to 25, and that will complete this. So there's going to be a bunch of clips put into one video, so if I look different in every clip, I'm filming all in one video because my plan is to finish this book within the next 2 to 3 days. That's my plan as I'm filming this now. So if you haven't seen the last 2 book chat, just check either my selection series playlist or check the book chat playlist. So where we are now, we're on chapter 11, and the girls have met Prince Maxon. I told you in book chat 2. America had a panic attack where she first met Prince Maxon, and he asked her not to tell the other girls that they had already met because he let her out because she was having a panic attack her first night that she was there at the selection, and he let her out. They had a conversation. He told her that he wants somebody to be his confidant, his friend, and somebody that will help him run the country. So that's what America learned about Prince Max. Now fast forward to the next morning, he meets all the girls. He gets rid of 8 of them, so now there's 27. And then at the breakfast table, America tries strawberry tart pastry, and she says that her sister would love them and these would make her cry. So Prince Maxon was like, I'll send these to your family, and if it doesn't make your sister cry, then you have to take a stroll with me in the garden. And he had all the girls write letters to their family letting them know that they were safe. America's sister, May, which is her younger sister, did not cry when she ate the pastry. So now America has to go on this nightly stroll in the garden with Prince Maxon. And she really feels like May let her down because May loves sweets, but she's okay. But this is the thing that gets me about America. She tells Prince Maxon that she wants nothing to do with him, but she will be his confidant in getting to know the girls and help him pick out the best girl for him. He agrees to this. Now they're in the stroll garden, and Prince Maxon is just trying to get to know America a little bit, but she assumes that he's gonna want more from her than she's willing to give based off of what the people that came to her house to prepare her for the selection, they tell her to give Prince Maxon anything he wants. And she thinks just because Prince Maxon is trying to hold her hand, he's gonna do more. So she needs him, so he falls to the ground. And he was like, what are you doing? Why would you think I would do something like that? I'm a gentleman. She's humiliated. He tells her that you're going to be eating dinner in your room tonight. So that's where we are. Okay, guys. I really feel like I keep going back and forth on how I feel about the book. Right now, I am totally Team Max. We haven't seen Aspen in a while, so we don't know how he's doing other than the father wrote America a letter saying that Aspen came over to help them out with some work. And he gave him a box of pastry because the prince sent 3 boxes to America's house, and he gave Aspen a box to share with his family. So we don't really know what's going on with Aspen. Remember the last time we saw Aspen, he was hugged up with a girl that was also a 6 like Aspen named Brienne. So we haven't seen him at all or heard from him, but he seems to be doing okay. But right now, I am definitely Team Maxon, just for the simple fact of I believe he cares about all the girls, but I think he has this thing for Aspen. And the reason is because they don't really tell you what his conversations are like with the other girls. But the way they explain the other girls, they're doing whatever they're told to do and changing themselves and all of those things because that's what the people are telling them to do. But I believe Prince Maxon likes America and is starting to develop this friendship and feelings for her because she's doing what they tell her, try not to make too much of a scene, but she's holding firm into how much she's willing to change. But it also could cost her, so I'm kind of conflicted. I want America to be open to the process, but I don't want America to change the essence of who she is, because that's what I feel as though Prince Maxon likes about America the most, is that she's not trying to change herself too much to lose who she is, and she's honestly not trying to impress him so much. So I believe that's why taking such a liking to her, because like he said, he's looking for confidence, he's looking for a friend, and someone that can entertain leaders with him, like be his rock. And I think that's what anybody's looking for in a relationship. But it's also hard to accept that America has all preconceived notions about Prince Maxon based off of what she thinks of him and what she's told to do prior to meeting. Now, I told you that they had a thing where Prince Maxon sent pastries to America's family to see if her sister would cry because she told him that her sister loved sweets. And they made a bet. If May did not cry, America had to go through the garden with Prince Maxon. That's where he got kneed. But America wanted, if she won this bet, she wanted to be able to wear, and this is why I say Prince Maxon is the sweetest guy, because after she got back upstairs, even though he made her in her room for the night because she needed him like hard to where he fell to the ground, he sent her a box of pants. Like, he's really listening to what she wants and listening to her needs. And so when she opens the box, she sees three pairs of linen pants. And he writes, "You asked for such simple things. I can't deny, but for my sake only on Saturday. Thank you for your company. Your friend Mac." Now that is so sweet. Even though she lost the bet, he still gave her the pants that she wanted. And his only request is that she only wears them on Saturday, which I feel like that's simple and easy to follow. But I really want America to apologize to Prince Maxon for kneeing him. Like, she kneed him hard in the leg where he fell to the ground, all because she thought he was going to do something that she wasn't ready for or prepared for, which he wasn't. But America needs to learn. You can't, this is going to sound corny and cheesy as I say it because we're talking about a book, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Okay, so we're on chapter 13 now, and there has been an attack on the palace, and the girls are out Prince Maxon in his home. America has tried to help with the attack, but most of the girls are frightened. I think we're going to come up on an elimination soon, because now that there's been an attack, Prince Maxon see how the girls react to a real life. So America doesn't realize that she has everything it takes, because you know you're being attacked, and the first thing you think about, you don't freeze, you don't clam up. First thing you think about is, what do I need to do to make sure everybody's safe? So she runs to pull down the blind palace because Prince Maxon and his family doing it in the guard. So she jumps into action, but the rest of the girls are scared. They're in a corner somewhere, and one of the girls named Tiny fainted. So America does have what it takes to be a friend, but she doesn't see it. She dealt herself way too. How many times survived an attack now? Got reports that these happened several times that had to be unnerving. And the odds were getting glimmer and glimmer for her and her husband and her only child. Surely, eventually, the rebels would figure out the right alignment of circumstances to get what they wanted. Yet she stood there, her chin set, her still face, wearing a quiet calm. I surveyed the girl. Did any of them have the strength it would take to point? Tiny was still unconscious in someone's arm. Cecily and Bear were making conversation. Cecily looked like at ease. This was it. Still, compared to others, she hid her emotions well. So America's not even thinking about that she's a good person or queen. She's holding up her end of the bargain to look at all the girls, to see how they react to attacks so she can tell Prince Maxon. If it's up to me, Tiny's definitely out the running. I understand her being and passing out if these attacks happen when she's queen or princess would not. Cecily, she could be a good match, but Cecily is not my favorite person because she feels entitled. So she's definitely not my favorite choice. In Beryl, I'm not showing her either. My number one choice is still America as princess and future queen. But like I said, America doesn't want that. And she's been giving Prince Maxon a hard time about the selection. Like, she has all these notions, but her jumping action showing that she's going to fight for her safety and everybody else's safety makes her the perfect choice for queen. Now, mind you, she does need to work on her etiquette, but when it comes to tough situations, she's the right choice. Okay, so America has now told Marley is a forward. They have built a relationship that's kind of like her friend in the house. Ashley, which was her other friend in the house, is gone. There's only 27 girls left, and she sees Marley crying, like not hysterically crying during the attack, but crying, and she walks over to Marley, telling Marley to stop crying, get it together, act like a queen, because she's sure that Prince Maxon is paying attention. Now, I still don't understand why America doesn't think that she could be queen, because if you can sit there and tell somebody else how to act and what this man is looking for, you can do that, and she's already doing. So for me, it's going to be between Marley, if she can keep her emotions in check, or Cecily to be queen, or princess. But America needs to realize she's good enough to do the job. I'm hoping throughout the series that she will realize, I can do this is the life I want. Or will she go back to Aspen? I'm not sure. But will Maxon let America go now that he knows and what he feels about what happened last night? Is that he was going to do things that she didn't want him to do. About last night, let me explain. When they came in... About last night, let me explain. When they came in, prep us to get us ready to come, there was a man who told me that I was never to turn you down no matter what you asked for. Not ever. He was dumbfounded. What? He made you sound like you might ask for certain things, and you said yourself you hadn't been around many women after 18 years, and then you sent cameras away. I got scared when you got close to me. Maxon shook his head, trying to process all of this. Humiliation, rage, disbelief, all playing across his typical, even-tempered face. I would have a temper too. Why are all these people going around telling other people what I'm going to do? And how did that even come off as an impression for the staff to even tell the potential future princesses / queen? That's not cool. You made him look like a bad guy when Prince Maxon is not even a bad guy. You made him look that. Just because he's a prince doesn't mean he gets to do whatever he wants. He has rules to follow too, and as we know, Ilya has strict rules for the people that live in the country. So I don't think Prince Maxon, even if he thought about obeying them, I think he will be scared to do something like that. So his staff needs to do better than just saying, oh, if he asks, just say yes. You can never tell him no. That is not okay. So guys, I am back to finish off this book chat. So to finish this book chat off, America is still having doubts about Prince Maxon, and I can understand why, because her preconceived notions was created by the team that was sent to her house. But there was a second attack in the palace, and this one was worse than the first attack. This one, they were literally hiding out in the basement, and America took her maids with her even though she wasn't supposed to. And now Prince Maxon has decided to get rid of a lot of the girls because he feels as though a lot of the girls can't handle the attacks, and he's not going to keep them there if they really don't want to be there, because he's honestly looking for true love. So he's decided that he's going to narrow down the 27 girls that are left automatically down to 6, and that's gonna make them the elite. America is one of the 6, and so is her friend Marley that she's become close. But Prince Maxon asked America, do you really think that you could love me? Because I don't know how much longer I could keep you here, even though I promised to keep you to the very last second. And he said, if I could right now know that you could love me back and you really could see a future, the whole selection process would be over. But there's one problem. If you guys have been looking at my community tab, the last question that I asked you on my community tab was, have you ever been a part of a love triangle? And there was a reason why I asked that question, because Aspen is back. You know, Aspen is the guy that America was sneaking out to be with before she entered the selection. He was the one to convince her to even sign up for the selection. And now he's in the palace, guys, because he got drafted into the military. So now he's a palace guard. And he finally confessed that was really the main reason why he broke up with America, because that he could be drafted into the military and it could take him away for 4 years, and there was a good chance that he might not make it out of the military, so he didn't want to put her through that. But now that Aspen sees that Prince Maxon is really taking a liking to America, he wants America back. So that's where the love triangle comes in. And so the last thing we're going to do in this book chat, because that's how the book ends, with Aspen coming back, trying to get America back, and America becoming an elite, one of the 6 girls that is left. So on my community tab, when I asked you, have you ever been a part of a love triangle? 36% of you said yes. No, 36% of you said yes. 64% of you said no. So we don't have any love triangles in the not very many love triangles in the community. Interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, I'm always thinking of you, sending my love. We are moving on to the Elite, which is the second book in the selection series, and there is one book that I am also going to talk to you about in my next video that is not the Elite. It is actually called The Bodyguard. I'll tell you more about that in my next video. Remember, I'm always thinking of you, sending my love, and bye for now.